Would you mind indicating on this blackboard exactly the trials and difficulties that you encountered?
I'll try to give you some of the highlights if you wish.
My mission was to bake a chocolate cake. I first chose a recipe and I researched the ingredients. Then I preheated the oven and I greased and floured two 9-inch pans. Mind you that there's a specific grease made for baking that is very different in smell and consistency than that of the aviation grease with which I am accustomed to working with. Next, I sifted together the dry ingredients. I did not have the baking powder that the recipe called for, but I found that baking soda is very similar to baking powder in color, so it made a fine substitution. Next, I added the wet ingredients, milk, vanilla, and eggs. I'm sure the neighbors won't miss a few eggs out of their coop. And I stirred that together for about 2 minutes. Then I added that batter to the pans that I had prepared earlier. The recipe calls for 30 minutes, but I like to push the limits and see how far I can go. So an hour later, I took the cakes out of the oven. The additional time did present some difficulty as the fire alarms were going off, but I simply removed the batteries from the alarms, and that should prevent that from happening in the future. And finally, I removed the cakes from the pans with the help of a jigsaw, as they were very well done. But I found that people eat chocolate cake no matter what the condition. So, mission accomplished.